Hello, hello, hello. Hello once again. It's Levi Thunderstorm and I'm back again. Alright, I've been away for a while, but I'm back to actually bring up this video. For a while, I've had people who reach out to me and ask me how can they start out in cybersecurity, that they've heard that cybersecurity is quite this and that. So this video is just here to bring light and bring clarity. If you have studied cybersecurity or you're kind of revolving around, you don't know how to take your bearing and all. Most especially when you are self-taught, like I've been self-taught for a while. Um, yep, I've been self-taught for a while. So if you're in that space, you might be needing one or two guidance, and I'll be here to share some light to help you make your journey faster, your growth faster. And if you're having expectation on getting your first level entry role job, I will also point your attention on things you should actually um, look into. All right, so I'm opening my browser here, and the first thing I want to tell you here is what is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, network, and programs from digital attacks. I can as well add humans as well and people because at the end of the day, these systems we're talking about, these networks we're talking about, the programs we are all trying to protect from digital attack is so as to also protect the humans who interact with these um, abstracts and these physical assets. So in short, cybersecurity is basically you protecting digital assets. Okay, you're protecting network, you're protecting information. So there are three things you actually consider when you're dealing with cybersecurity: people, digital assets. Okay, that's like your hardware, your phone, and all, and the information itself. So if I give you a very simple scenario, you're a person, you have a phone or a laptop, and in your phone or laptop you have certain information that is personal to you, or yep, and you know you don't want your information to fall into the hands of um people with wrong intent who quit for things probably not beneficial to you. You understand? So in cybersecurity, we're looking at protecting you, protecting your device, and protecting that your information in your device, and also protecting the system of communication whereby your information is passed across from one end of the world to another end of the world. You see, that's how beautiful cybersecurity is. Now, when you're starting out in cybersecurity, the first thing I want you to do is that I want to understand that cybersecurity is not like data analysis or um, UI UX or some other field of tech where it's just data analysis and it's just UI UX. Cybersecurity is quite different, I believe, because you enter into for example, now this is what cybersecurity looks like. You walk into university, you walk into a faculty, and in the faculty you observe that there are other departments. Like, for example, you go into the faculty of science, you have physics, chemistry, biology, botany, zoology, and the rest. That's how cybersecurity is. So in the field of cybersecurity, if you have a friend, for example, who is in the Department of Physics, and you're saying you're going to the Faculty of Science, and you came into the Faculty of Science through physics, you might think that, oh, science is just all about physics. No. Or maybe you have a friend who is into biology and you came into the Faculty of Science through biology. You might think that science is just all about biology. Or you had a friend who is specialized in the field of chemistry and you came into Faculty of Science through chemistry. You might think that science is just all about chemistry. But no, there are other departments under science, and that's the way it is when it comes to cybersecurity. So you might have a friend who's into cybersecurity and he's specialized in one area of cybersecurity or the other, and you came into cybersecurity through the help of your friend. You might likely think that all you've learned is the whole thing about cybersecurity. You understand? Now, if you're just beginning, I want to just come straight to netacad.com. It's owned by Cisco Networking Academy. Come down to explore, go down to cybersecurity, and you can see this course, Introduction to Cybersecurity. The other ones there, or you can just take. This is the most preferred. I'll advise you to take. That's Java Security Analyst. So it has, I think, about 7 courses for you to take. Can you see that ethical hacking is a branch of cybersecurity? Yep. So if you take this, you could start with this junior cybersecurity analyst after you must have done these introductory courses. So basically, I want you to start with the introductory courses in cybersecurity. Wherever you are, start first with the introductory aspect of cybersecurity. When you start with the introductory aspect of cybersecurity, it gives you a full overview of what cybersecurity is all about. So once you're done with the basics, the next thing you want to do now is that you want to actually start out with specializing in certain areas. So if I did a quick search on Google, I could just write areas in cybersecurity, for example. Let's check out something. Or areas of specialization in cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, and you will observe this. You will notice something here. You can see. Oh, come on! What did I do? That's funny. Cybersecurity. I was wondering how the cybersecurity get into civil engineering. Okay, all right. So we have now. This is not all to it. There are more. There are more. Okay, but these are just a few. So once you know the basics, the introductory aspect of cybersecurity, you could just come here, ask yourself, what areas do I want to specialize in now? Because I'm thinking that, or I'm trying to think what you're thinking is either you're learning cybersecurity because you want to get a job in tech, that is one, or you're learning cybersecurity because you want to create cybersecurity best practices into your business, that is second, and number three, probably you're just learning for fun or you want to use to educate people. That's the third possibility. There could be other possibilities you're learning for. But I'm taking the first possibility that probably you want to go into tech and you need a job, a career in tech, and you want to start it as quick as possible. You don't want to be overwhelmed with too much information and you don't want to spend too much time in your developing process. All right, so what you would do is this. I want you to understand that um, there are four major areas that I've come to observe that are on high demand, like in cybersecurity. We have the first one is network security. All right, this network security, if you can learn network security and understand the rudiments in and out, you are reaching that point where you land your first job, because most cybersecurity job online I've observed, they usually require and ask for networking skills. All right, you could actually do this. You could specialize in the area of networking by learning all that has to do with knock analysts. All right, knock analysts. So NOC analysis has to do with network operation center. It revolves around everything networking, network security. That's one, all right. Then the next one I want you to pay attention to is the second one, all right. That's SOC analyst. Is it here? Okay, let me just write it out for you. SOC analyst. That's the second one. It's similar to NOC, but it's different. It is very similar to NOC, but it's different. SOC analyst. Stock analyst is another area that when you go on Google and you're searching for sales job, most time you will see job HR managers, or you will see HR managers or companies requesting for SOC analysts. Okay, this is another second area of specialization. You can specialize in cybersecurity. Then we have one that I want to introduce you to. That's cloud computing. Okay, cloud computing now is on high demand, I believe. Yeah, um, cloud cloud computing, or you could just say cloud security, and that is used like cloud security. Okay, and then you can sometimes put AWS. So if you want to get cloud security courses, you can go to AWS, that is Amazon Web Service. Yes, they offer cloud security courses. Okay, then we have what area we have yeah, so that is true now, right? The third one is the fourth one I'm having on my list is IT auditing. Okay, or you can call it risk management, but just IT audits, cybersecurity, or you could just write IT audits and GRC. So GRC, IT audits, they are quite interchangeably. This one area of cybersecurity that is on demand. So a company might do your service as an IT auditor or a government risk and compliance manager. These are the areas of cybersecurity. So cyber is one area, but when I try to apply for jobs, I mostly see demands for SOC analysis, NOC analysis, IT audit, cloud computing or cloud security, and yep, those four areas. them, but not as often as the four I just mentioned to you. All right. Then now, if you want to now specialize, you can go to tryhackme.com. Yeah, this is tryhackme.com. Come up to learn. Okay, I don't really use these platforms like that because sometimes you reach a stage and you're asked to pay a certain amount of fee. But I have a way of getting my courses and learning self-taught from other resources. Okay, so you come to learn, and under learn, you find a career path there where you can specialize in. All right. Then we also have hack the box. When you come to hack the box, you click on you can see hack the box academy. Click on that as well. Then you have let's defend. All right, let's defend is another one. You can see area of specialization: security analyst, incident responder, detection engineer, cloud security, information security, DFIRO, malware analyst, and all that. So these are also areas of specialization. But like I told you, first of all, the basics first. When you're done with the basics, you can use this website to get content for specializations, or you could get learning materials or resources from other platforms like Udemy and Coursera. Okay, now so that's the second thing. First of all, start with the basics, general basics, as I call it. Secondly, you go into area specialization, and I'll give you four areas of specialization to focus on to make it easy for you to land your first job in cybersecurity. And the third thing I want you to understand is the area of cybersecurity certification courses. Cybersecurity certification courses are okay. That's security certifications. They are like licenses. For example, you're a doctor. You need a license to give you that warrant to carry out medical practices. So when it comes to cybersecurity, we also have forms of licenses, or you can call them certification, and we also have certification for different fields in cybersecurity. So depending on the area of specialization you specialize in cybersecurity, you would need this a license certificate to warrant you to carry out practices as regarding that role. Okay, that qualifies you. That shows that yes, you have met the required training to deliver the service of a cybersecurity specialist in any chosen area of specialization. I believe that is clear. Now, the fourth thing, because now the fourth thing is the last thing here, um, and the fourth thing is very, very important because sometimes you might not be able to afford taking certification courses yet. Let me just give you a view of what it looks like. So you might not be able to take, maybe for some reason, you might not be able to take certification courses yet. All right. But what you can do is this. What you can do is this. All right. What you can do is this. I want you to understand that you can actually, in the meantime, build your portfolio. And build your portfolio in cybersecurity. You build your portfolio by handling projects, projects. Okay. Then your project, you upload your project on GitHub. For example, I have GitHub. All right. When you build your portfolio by handling projects, okay, and you can either what am I doing? What am I? Oh God, sorry. That's not what I was aiming for. That's not what I was aiming for. So you could actually, when you do your project, when you're doing projects, okay, your project doesn't have to be something from scratch. It could be something someone else has done. You're just replicating to show that you have understanding of cybersecurity, okay. Now your project, you can either upload it on GitHub, or you could upload it on LinkedIn, or you upload it on blog posts like Medium, or me for example on YouTube. Do you understand? So you come in, you upload your project so that you can build your portfolio. That's something I want you to understand. So do as many projects as you can do. All right. And that project you're doing most likely will be project based on your area of specialization. And it doesn't stop you from doing projects in other areas of specialization. You choose one area of specialization, for example, let's say SOC analysis, and you could still learn a bit of hacking or ethical hacking. It doesn't stop you from learning other areas of specialization. But just know that you should have a base. For me, I want to stay with ethical hacking in the long run, but at the moment, I'm learning on stock analysis, I'm learning on knock analysis. I'm also learning on IT auditing. But in the long run, I want to base on ethical hacking. These are different fields of specialization I just pointed out. But the one I know that is going to be my long-term base is ethical hacking, which is the same thing as penetration testing. Penetration testing. Okay, so I will stop the video now. I hope you've gotten a lot of insight from this video. I want to make more videos, okay? And those more videos will be on SOC analysis, practical hand practicals like labs. In your whenever when you take an area of specialization, you will most likely I will advise you to work with online labs to build your hands, like your skills, and also build your portfolio. They will also serve as projects for you. Either you're working on online labs or you're working on offline labs. Like when I mean an offline lab, I mean like you setting up a lab within your system. It's not online, but it's within your system in your software, okay? Or you can work on online labs. All right. Then I will say bye bye once again, and I'll be back next time. Thank you. God